Hi, my name is Erik, DJ EiO. You're watching Fight to Podcast, Techno and Talk, Tuesday and Thursday with Ty.
That's it. And the backdrop falls away. Bah. Welcome back to another episode of the 5T Vodcast, Techno and Talk, on Tuesdays and Thursdays with Ty. As usual, we have a very special guest. I'll let him introduce himself. Who are you and how did you end up in Stockholm's techno scene?
Yeah, that's funny. My name is Erik. People usually know me as DJ EiO. Stands for Erik Orraryd, my full name. And how I end up in Stockholm techno scene. Actually, it's already began in Uppsala when I was studying. I was playing on those parties sometimes, and I usually start to play with hip hop. But then when I moved to Stockholm and starting to go on race party, I want to try to switch to play techno. And I think I've been playing techno for about 3-4 years now. So I'm still kind of new.
When did you start playing hip hop? What year?
It was, I quit studying in 2011. I started playing around 2008, 9, I think.
Okay. So
and I also have been not doing but play instruments, doing music for ages.
Okay, what instruments do you play?
I play trumpet and baritone. Baritone is more like a, how to say, mini tuba.
Okay.
I was actually playing in an orchestra.
Oh, really?
So I did.
In Uppsala, or?
No, I'm raised and born in Västerås.
Västerås, okay.
It's 10 miles from Stockholm and really close by to Uppsala as well.
Yeah.
And that's my journey of my music career.
Okay. Well, when did you start playing instruments? Did you?
Oh, I think it was around 9 years.
Okay.
Or 8-9 years, and my family on my mom's side, we have, I think it's 2 or 3 professional musicians. They're working with music as full-time worker.
Like classical music?
They also play in a band.
Okay.
So and my aunts they have their own band. So
okay. When you say on your mom's side, obviously you're not like typical Swedish. What's your ethnicity?
I'm adopted from Thailand.
Okay.
So my parents are Swedish.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, that's why. Wow, what to say? I grew up in a typical Swedish family.
Okay.
We can say that. So.
In Västerås.
Yeah.
Fantastic. How old were you when you came to Sweden? Or I
was very little, about 2-3 years.
Okay. So you don't really have any memory from back then? Of course not.
I used to say that I'm the worst Asian guy you know. I don't know about anything about my culture.
Yeah.
I barely can't eat with chopsticks. So.
I mean, me personally, I don't think it's necessary. If you're born in a culture, if you live in a certain place, then yeah, of course, that's what's going to be around you. But if you grew up somewhere else, I don't think it really matters that much.
Yeah.
This world is so big now, and we have so many things to choose from. I don't think we don't have to be defined by that anymore.
No, of course not. But I don't think about that so much. So.
All right. So after you left university, you started DJing, you said?
Yeah, so I've been always been interested about DJing and playing music. So for me, it has been you start to buy small equipment at your home, and then you wanna get. The more you're playing, the more you get advanced, and you wanna buy better things, better equipment. And you evolve yourself, and how you mixing, how you DJing, and you also got introducing and get interesting to produce your music, and you find your style after a while, and kind of that.
All right. And what did you say? How did you get interested from switching from hip hop to? Yeah,
that's another funny thing. I have been always interested in listening to electronic music back since I was a kid. I remember my first record was Paul van Dyk.
Okay.
I was listening to also a lot of trance music back in the 90s. So, that type of music in the scene has always been a part of me.
It was always there somewhere.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first techno gig then?
Yeah. It was at Bangkok Bistro, I think it was.
During the pandemic? Or before the pandemic?
No, just before the pandemic.
Okay,
I think, I don't remember her name. But she know that I was playing, so she pushed me to, why, Erik, you should start to play. Come on, bring your USB and come and play in Bistro Bangkok.
Someone that worked there, or someone that worked there was saying this to you?
No, but Stefan Lenog, he had his techno some days.
Yes.
So that was the way I started playing for the rest of the crowd in Stockholm. So.
Okay.
Sometimes, you're playing for a smaller audience, and sometimes for a bigger. It doesn't matter for me. I wanna play music for everyone, and for me, it's also very important. So music is for everyone.
Yeah.
So if I can share with my friends, with other people, that's make me happy. So, one of my rules. Yeah.
Would you say that's your motivation for being a DJ? Like, trying to get that music out to the people?
Oh, hard question. Kind of sometimes. I want to share my feelings, my experience with the tune I was listening on. So I want to share with everyone.
Exactly. Do you plan your sets when you're playing?
Sometimes I do, but I try to find a red line, or how to, depends which time I'm playing. So I try to plan, but you can never hold that.
Exactly. But on average, how much of your set do you say you plan? Do you try to plan 100% of it, 50%, or just have a general idea?
Hard number to say, but sometimes 5 to 50%.
Okay. Sometimes it's one song, sometimes it's 20 songs.
Yeah, exactly, because it depends which mode the audience is. So you want to connect with the audience when you're playing. So that's, for me, it's important to feel the energy that you're presenting to for everyone.
Definitely. But you work with something else. You have an education in.
Yeah, I'm educated in computer science, and took my degree 2011.
Okay.
So I've been working as a consultant for several years, and for me it's important to have a balance between the working you and the life outside your working time.
Yeah.
So for me, it's important to have that balance. So.
Would you say it's a big contrast between that, you know, going to the office and working on code or whatever it is that you're working on, or specific projects, or?
It depends. It depends for yourself, but what you want to combine. So for me, so it's more like, I know I'm a geek, but for me, I'm a geek in music as well. But for me, so I want to have fun. I have fun at my work as well. So, but I don't wanna. My life is. I don't wanna work all my life. I wanna that my life is. I wanna have fun in my life.
Yeah.
And for me, it's if you're working all the time. What is the fun about that? If you're working and think about, I need to earn money. I want to do that. I want to do that. I want to do that. So if you can mix everything, that will make you happy.
Yeah. But if you had to choose one, if someone said, okay, we need you to choose one of these jobs.
I would definitely quit working.
You would quit doing the other job and be a DJ.
Yeah, but do something that gives me the enjoyment for traveling, eating, drinking, dancing, listening to music.
It's hard to beat. It's a hard job to beat. Yeah, definitely. But then what are your plans with the DJing? Do you plan on just keeping it as a hobby, or do you plan on pursuing it so it can be your job?
I haven't decided 100%, but actually I'm gonna release an EP during this year. So I don't know, actually.
Have you been making a lot of music?
Not a lot of music, but I've been struggling with that for sometimes I have more time to sit in the front of the computer and how to say creating.
Yeah. And you said you were going to release the EP. Do you have an idea of how many tracks are going to be on there at least, or?
Yeah, it's going to be almost 3. I haven't decided. I have almost 2 finished songs, but I'm working on another one now, and depends when I want to release it.
Yeah.
Because I'm also start a side business company that's called Fragment Music, and that also the name of my show I have for Doubleclap Radio.
Okay. What was it called? Fragment Music?
Fragment Music.
Okay.
Fragment Music.
Yeah.
I got a huge opportunity from not my last gig. I had a gig during this winter at Skoog's race event, and I don't remember how does it start, but I got a question if I want to do an interview for Doubleclap Radio, and that person was hosting that show. He asked Marianne and me if we want to have our own radio show on that channel.
Okay.
So that's kind of new thing for both me and Marianne. So we already have 2 episodes.
Okay. So it's up and running already?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Fantastic. There's a link right here. We'll just add the link. This is a good time to add the link right in this box here. Yeah. Fragment Radio. No?
Yeah, Fragment Music Radio and or Fragment Music. That's gonna be also the name of my label that I'm gonna release my EP on. So that's kind of I want to do that, or I want to do everything by my own. Okay. I want to do everything by my own. So to see how much I can do for.
Yeah, I mean it helps with I think it helps with the creative process.
Yeah.
When you know that there's no one watching over you, putting any strings, you can just go when you want to go. You can do what you want to do because it's what you want to do. I think it's perfect. There's so much stuff coming at us all the time. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, blah blah blah.
Yeah, so many different platforms you can, announce yourself on. So
exactly. And people are on different places. People focus differently on different places.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to kind of, lock people down and get them to pay attention. It seems like people want to pay attention when something's already established.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, how do you get it established if no one's paying attention in the beginning? It's like, come on, people. Which I think is a little bit of a difference between, like, when I was younger, I wanted to be that first person to discover this artist. I wanted to be like, yeah, check this out, and show all my friends, hey, look what I found, rather than just being a part of the same thing that everybody else has.
Yeah, but the funny thing, I'm really bad to, promote myself.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad that you invite me for this show.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I know that too, because I think we're all, people who are creative are bad at promoting themselves because they like, the art or the work should speak for itself. So to think that, okay, now I have to go on Instagram and post this thing, and I have to play this game, and I have to create these types of things, because it's like, even like the thumbnails make a difference, and the way you label the header, like the title of the video makes a difference. It's like, oh man, there's so much politics with all this stuff. It's like we need teams around us if we're gonna move forward.
Yeah.
So you said you had no idea which date you were gonna release this, or
no?
Generally,
I haven't.
Come on, Eric. Let's lock it down.
Okay. Oh, wow.
For all the people, let's lock it down. Generally.
Not today, but at least before summer.
Before the summer.
Yeah.
So let's say end of May, maybe.
Depends on how many gigs I have it during the summer.
Yeah. I'll tell people not to book you so you can work on the EP.
No, actually, I want to start my own music when I'm playing. So and to get people, oh, what's that track?
Yeah, so, that's a good idea.
That's my plan.
Yeah, that's a good plan. I mean, I think making tracks in general is more for advertising. Nowadays, it's like making a track is like creating a good flyer, so your name gets out there, so people know who you are, rather than thinking that you're gonna make $1 million off of a track.
Yeah, but I also wanna when I'm playing. Now depends on the crowd, but I want to find a style that's divine me. Okay, Eric's playing. He playing that style.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
I wanna keep that style when I'm playing. So
yeah, I understand that. It's definitely necessary. I think if you DJ and you sound like everybody else, then what's the point?
Exactly.
And the other person could play.
Yeah, and there are also so many good DJs out there now. I was thinking about those people I used to hang with. Everyone is DJ.
It's so easy now. Well, it's not easy, but it's so accessible now. It's so accessible.
Yeah.
You don't have to have any musical training. You don't even need to really have equipment at home. You could practice on your computer.
Exactly.
Hit auto sync. You don't need to know how to count BPMs and stuff like that. I think on some levels it's great, but on some levels it kind of pollutes the field.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there's going to be some people that's going to be famous because they're popular, not because they're talented. And then that's going to bring the level down. And then on some levels, people aren't going to strive to be here. They're not going to strive to be one of the best so much, because you can do so little and get so much from that it's like, why put in the work?
Funny thing that you mentioned that, because that's one thing that, because I want to do the music and creation stuff by myself. So that's why I'm doing it by myself. So.
That way you'll have all the skills.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think that's important to do that. Yep. But if you had one thing that you wanted to say with this time, like one message that you wanted to get out there, something you want to promote or something like that, what would that be? And we already talked about the EP, so something besides the EP.
Listen to my show at Doubleclap Radio. It's called, or its name, Fragment Music.
Yeah.
So start listen to that.
Tell them that directly. Listen to Eric's show.
Listen to Fragment Music.
Yep.
Please.
Yep.
Perfect.
All right. We're both hungry. Eric's been working all day. He's tired. We didn't have no coffee for him. But I think we splice all that together. Y'all get a good idea of what's happening with him and his music that he's making and the radio show that he's got going on and all the rest of the stuff. I want to thank you for coming down, bro. I really appreciate it. Yep.
I appreciate it.
Yep.
Thank you for having me.
Yep. That was another episode of the 5T Vodcast, Techno and Talk on Tuesdays and Thursdays with Ty. Check you in real life at the party near you soon. Yeah.